the age before silence, before the sea walked, before the gods burned their names into the sky, there was a boy, and he watched a king die, not a tyrant, not a monster, but a father, a warrior, a man who believed in honor more than blood. And the boy, his name was Kalin, a noble by birth, forgotten by blood, remembered only by flame. It rained in Valmoria the day Lord Thorian died. Not a gentle rain, but hard, cold spears of water, pounding against the stone courtyard, as if the heavens themselves raged at what they were forced to witness. The gallows rose high in the center of the capital square, and beneath it, nobles gathered in soaked cloaks, silent, bitter. They dared not speak treason. They dared not look the boy in the eye. Kalin was only 11. He stood trembling beside his mother, her hand clamped tightly around his, not for comfort, but to keep him from running. His father stood tall on the scaffold, bloodied, bruised, but unbroken. They called it treason. They said Lord Thorian conspired against the crown, plotted with outlanders, worshipped forbidden fire. But everyone there, even those who cheered, knew the truth. The crown feared him, feared his loyalty to the realm above royalty, feared a sword that would not bend to politics, nor kiss rings slick with lies. And when the blade fell, Kalin flinched, the crowd gasped, and silence, thick and terrible, settled like ash. His mother crumbled beside him. Kalin did not cry. He did not scream. He watched, and something inside him broke. That night, they tried to burn the name Viral from the books, stripped his family of land, title, legacy. Kalin was meant to be forgotten, shipped off to the orphan halls. But one man, a woodsman loyal to no banner, took him, vanished into the wild. And in the frozen corners of the realm, Kalin learned to live. He grew not with warmth, but with frost, not with comfort, but silence. He hunted, tracked wolves through deep snow, learned which roots healed and which killed. He bled, he endured, while noble sons sparred in marble halls. Kalin slept beneath trees that whispered of forgotten kings. The woodsman called him Ashborn, not for the fire he lost, but for the fire he carried. Quiet, steady, waiting, far from those woods. In the golden city of Salas, a queen ruled, Sariah Aryan, crowned at 19, the last daughter of House Aryan. They said she was born during the Red Comet, wrapped in heat, while winter stormed her chamber. Now she ruled from the throne, stained with Kalin's father's blood. Her court bowed, yes, but in shadow they whispered, too young, too bold, too loyal to fire gods and forbidden faiths. But Sariah, she needed no approval, only obedience. Farther south, where wind never slept and waves broke cliffs in half, another power rose. Lady Mira Thornvale, high priestess of the Salt Creed. She once knelt to the sea god, beneath the temple of deep roots. She had prayed, begged, obeyed, and in return, the ocean gave her one truth. If fire ruled above, then salt would rule below. She raised no army of men, no knights, no banners, but drowned things, salt-born, hollow-eyed, devoted. Where she walked, the sea followed. Where she spoke, tides obeyed. She promised no salvation, only cleansing. When Kalin crossed the border again, he was no longer a boy. He was 20, quiet-eyed, broad-shouldered. His sword was old, his step silent, his purpose clear. He did not come for revenge. He came for truth. He entered a village once proud, now scorched and broken. The banners of its house lay in ash. A child coughed behind rubble. Kalin gave him water, then moved on. The realm had rotted. Priests whispered. Soldiers feared wind. Villages vanished between dusk and dawn. And across every border, the fire was spreading. They caught him near Salas. Red cloaks, steel drawn, no questions. They called him a deserter. But when they dragged him to Queen Sariah, chained, dirty, defiant, she did not order his death. She studied him. "What is your name, Wild One?" she asked. And Kalin said, "The name you tried to burn." Gasps rippled through the court, but Sariah only smiled. She had him unchained, and the fire flickered between them. To the south, Miras' fleet rose from the fog, ships of kelp and bone, voiceless figures standing still beneath torn sails. She stood at the bow, eyes glowing, mouth moving, whispers in the old tongue. "Fire devoured the old gods," she said. "Now salt shall cleanse the ash." And the sea obeyed. 1 month later, the peace council was called. By dawn, it was ash. Sariah's generals collapsed from poison wine. The eastern gates of Salas were in flames, and Kalin vanished. Some said he lit the fire. Others said he tried to stop it. But all agreed that was the day the realm truly shattered. Now, in the ashlands, where wind tastes of smoke and stars hide behind gray skies, Kalin walks alone. He carries no banner, no crown, only a name, only a flame, and behind him, the realm begins to burn. So begins the second age, queen against prophet, salt against fire, and in the center, a boy who watched a king die and learned to become more than fire. He became ember, waiting to rise,